They'll be calling you a radical. I have a tale to tell. Too blind to see the writing on the wall. Oh boy, was I. Too blind to see the writing on the wall. Fukushima, if Fukushima does not capitulate the pandemic of ignorance. As I stood right here, while I was sick, panicking in 2012, thinking that I probably was going to die deep down inside of me. So I was throwing out as much of my art, getting as much of my literature as I can. I read my book online, right here. This has been literature. This vlog of mine's been literature. As this tale had to be told, I've put metaphors in. I've stood right here, put books right back on the sidewalk, and I've sat back for 3 years now, over 3 years. I've said, when's the first person going to get it? When are they going to get it? You know, I've sat back. A lot of artists have come to me. Everybody, comments all over, spun around, upside down. When is somebody going to finally click and get it? You know, Pollock's talked about it. The strangeness will wear off. Pollock didn't invent dripping. Max Ernst, by the way, I found out, who lived here in Utah. This art of mine, this has been literature in a new format. Me out at the jetty in that perfect day. The jetty will never be at that perfect day as I knew him. Smithson, my dad, my uncles, my grandfather built it. My cancer, my nuclear thesis, of course, despite that I was ever born to set this right. I was in Idaho at Blackfoot Reservoir in 1986, and I'll never forget it. This epiphany came over me so strong as I heard the song, Madonna, I Live to Tell. And I'm like, wow, what does it mean? I never had such a feeling like that in my life. I know now what it was, Chernobyl. So much of the art died in that era. So much of it was gone. As I go back to Steinbeck, I listed on my Facebook a group of photographs, and the first 3 people, everybody know, these are the people that influence what I'm up to, what this vlog is, who I am, what I am. I am the artist from birth. Somebody says, well, why don't you pursue art? What, in a contemporary fucking way, as Thomas Ackerman says, fucking doing pretty pictures for oligarchs? That's not fucking art. All these people they're selling, I don't give a fuck how much you sell. That's not art. My hawk and trowel going across these walls, that was fucking art. Those books that laid on the path. The last 2 pictures, I put up 5 pictures. Of course, Steinbeck, I go back to Steinbeck's, oh my God, can you imagine what Steinbeck would be doing with this? Pollock, Warhol, I mean the soup can paintings, it's all, these fucking incredible geniuses that all died in 1986. I Live to Tell, that movie's based. He wrote that song, Patrick Leonard, for Ophelia, the movie in Oregon that was going to be about Ophelia. I'm glad they went to Sean Penn, Christopher Walken. That movie is based on a true story. That movie says everything. That is a brilliant piece of art. That video is a brilliant piece of video. It's absolutely brilliant. Her hair, the chair, the slow down, the soft beat, the timing, the setting, the mood. It's everything. It's everything. It's a brilliant piece of art people don't see because they cannot see. The last 2 pictures I put up were both professors on this university who grew up right in this town. You want to talk about glass ceilings? Let's talk about Fukushima, and let's talk about her, them, he. We. The jet stream. We. As I wrote in my book, Post-Ignorance, and I said, if we don't overcome this capitulation to ignorance, it will swallow us whole and eat. It swallowed us whole and ate. It's because this is the most ignorant time in human history. People talk, I love it, how people say, oh, socialism, these guys are socialists. When this is exactly the opposite of socialism. Exactly the opposite of socialism. Socialism redistributes wealth into a homogeneous way that gives middle class strength. This is the greatest wealth redistribution in priority in human history. In human history. No one, it's the opposite of socialism. People will call socialism. I mean, they're gone. People are so fucking ignorant. It's like when they talk about the Federal Reserve. I'm like, when's somebody going to get the mountain in the Federal Reserve and who I'm up to and what I'm up to? Oh, they don't get it. They don't get it. The fucking Scottish Rite. I'm not a Mason. I'm not a Mason, but boy, could I write 50 fucking books on them. I restored the 1905 Masonic Temple. I mean, when's somebody going to click and get this? When the last 2 pictures are Bernard DeVoto, 44, and Fawn McKay from this town. Fawn McKay, talk about breaking down glass. I knew her very well. As my daughter was conceived right here in Ogden, Utah, in this town, the day that Lenin was killed. That's when this madness started. The election of Reagan, but it was when Lenin was murdered by a religious fucking lunatic, fucking ignorant fool. She died just a few days later. She was a 20-year-old professor. They blackballed her because that's what we do here. That's what Utahns do. They accept death via cancer. It's the cancer capital of the world. I used to tell people all the time, and they would look at me like crazy. One of the Browning heirs and I mean, oh boy, could I go into history. Used to have sex in Bernard DeVoto's old fucking house when I was a young guy. Her and I used to talk about it. She got it. She got it. DeVoto fled this fucking town. He was here on this university. Fawn McKay here. These little cherry giants. People don't even know who she is. Compare her to Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton uses her word, breaking down class ceilings. This is literature. This is modern day literature. My whole vlog, the whole time's been modern day. Now, me getting cancer and real time, it's a book that spilled out in real time that my DNA was nuclear plutonium mutated from the get. They don't even talk about her here. She's the greatest female writer in American history. Maybe Harriet Beecher Stowe. She broke down the glass ceiling. She was beyond a brilliant genius. Beyond. Her books are my favorite. Ever. Ever. She was my favorite. Ever. That's what this is. This is literature. This vlog has been literature. It's been a new form art. It is dripping, but I invented the dripping this time. Will they catch up with me? I'm finally starting to see people are starting finally to catch up to me. I'm starting to get contemporary, brilliant artists, teachers, professors. As I'm standing at Berkeley, holding the camera is a American lit professor at University of San Francisco who says, Kevin, your video, it's on literature. I'm like, oh my God, somebody get it. Like, high school teacher says, I'm a cancer survivor. Oh, I get it. I mean, finally, 1,000 years, people are starting to understand my art, starting to get me, the jet stream. That's who we are. This is a combination of poetry, literature, visual art, fine art, economics, Kandinsky, Michelangelo, I mean, rooted in religion, 500 years of path, as no one knows my path, my history, her. They don't even have a statue of her here. They don't even have a name of her. They don't even talk about her. Remember this about Hillary, all you women out there. Hillary Clinton's last duty as Secretary of State. She went to Czechoslovakia. It's in print. I'll see if I can't find it, repost it for the 1,000th time. As when you people go off on these corporations or anything, I've given names, I've given address, I said let's go to their house, whatever. The only thing that creeped Mitt Romney, which by the way, the Romney family, I go into that detail, are the drug cartel in northern Mexico. For real. And I can go down these rabbit holes so far, break it. I like everybody says, oh, the Federal Reserve is 100 years old. Oh, I could blow your fucking mind with this stuff. But I've just sat back and listened to the fucking ignorant comments and the fucking ridiculous isms and foolisms. And Ackerman gets it. He says, the beauty of post-ignorance is this. It doesn't have ism at the end. Yeah. 13 letters? Yeah. Friday the 13th? Yeah. Masonic? Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Am I a Mason? Oh, no. But I restored that in 1905. I could go so fucking deep into it, it'd blow you. Because when the Masons ran the world, oh, we were so much fucking better. Yeah, skull and crossbones, oh fuck yeah. Fucking the Queen, you know, the places, fuck, we go back to it. Because, and if you don't think one certain family can rule all society, you don't know nothing about 1916. In your head. One family, we left one standing as Hamilton, McKinley, fucking Roosevelt's both. Abraham Lincoln. Go back to Greek tragedy, Cassandra. You don't get me, we see. You don't see anything about thee. You don't see. This is literature, this is art. It's always been literature and art. And the strangest will wear off at the atomic. As post-ignorance, it will swallow us whole if we don't pivot. I wrote that, timed it exactly in this iconic, incredible library, right in Fawn McKay's freaking office, a 20-year-old brilliant professor, the greatest female writer who gets no credit, the greatest female who shattered, who I knew personally, who died in 1981. So much died, and the art didn't carry on. And I don't worry about the art. I'm like, I'll make the art. They're making the art. We are making the art. People are making the art. What worries me, and has always worried me, as the curator, the reader of the art, the critic of the museum, they don't see the art. That's what has always worried me. Where are they? They will come. The Wattis family here. So many. I'll finish my book. I'm feeling better. As I got sick and given too much to live and I fight. I'm an economist. I'm a socioeconomist. I'm an artist in so many ways. As I said so long, I step back and view from the broader perspective. People don't get me, see me. They're starting to see me. They're starting to understand me. This is a new art form. This is poetic dripping. This is, as the critic said, and I can't overemphasize this, as the critic said, it's not the painting of the soup can, it's the idea to paint the soup can. Now remember this, did his mom cutting up the little cans, did the curator giving the idea, did all these people give all of the above? But then he painted the fucking soup can. And remember this, he even dripped on the soup cans. As he says, well, why the drips, Andy? Well, you got to fucking drip. And he says, no, you ain't got to fucking drip. Without that critic, there is no Warhol, there is no popism, and there is no, popism fucking died. If it's neo or ultra popism, it's still popism, and it's ignorant popism. At least when we had positive popism in the fucking 60s and the 70s, when the likes of Marilyn Monroe, I mean, on that lake fucking floor, that fucking movie. That's how I grew up. I grew up out in that fucking dynamic. That's her, Last on the Horses. My dad, drugstore fucking cowboys. They weren't like that. Just like, oh, boom, boom, shoot 'em up cowboys. We dress up. There were no fucking cowboys here. This was a fucking railroad boom fucking town gone bust in Art Deco decay. They want to sensationalize and romance a fucking thing that never fucking happened. It's a fairy tale. What really happened? Bernard DeVoto, fucking Fawn McKay, the great fucking art, literature, it was said as changes around, oh no, it fucking changes at the core. Harriet Beecher Stowe, Mark Twain. I'll quote Bernard DeVoto right here. He lived here. I used to sleep in his fucking house. After he was long gone, where it was at. My daughter just moved in right across the street in a retro place. I knew Fawn so well. She was so brilliant. Our old, historic Mormon bloodlines. Oh, those people were so different than these fucking hairsprayed masquerade parties. Fucking socialists. You fuckers don't even know what the fuck socialists. Socialists were the opposite of, I mean, get a gun, shoot the isotopes out of the fucking air, lick your fucking ball guard. This is a pandemic of fucking ignorance. Fukushima capitulated and it did fucking swallow soul. And we crossed the fucking point of return. And this is fucking literature. And this is my brain. And this is my fucking autism. And my fucking art, my passion, my way. As my father used to say, boy, you're way too fucking pretty to have an opinion. I knew what he meant. I'm fucking 50. Clyde Cooley died fucking right here. The brilliant finance professor of Mad Cow, Stair Cycle. The Romneys fucking own it. They murdered him. The fucking medical incinerator, Aaron Brockovich was here going to sue the fucking state. You guys don't fucking get it. As I travel around the fucking country all over. I'm in Brooklyn. People come right up to me in the streets. I'm blown away. Kevin, I love you. I love you. I'm on the train going over the Brooklyn Bridge. And I mean, that's so beautiful going over there. This incredible, beautiful young African-American woman. She yells clear across the train, Kevin Blanch. She comes running up and jumps on me and kisses me and says, I want to have your baby. I says, aren't you a little old for me? People know me everywhere. I travel everywhere. People come right up to me all over, in airports, everywhere. You'd be amazed how many people come up to me. Not here where I live. The cancer capital of the world, the ignorance fucking capital of the world, the hairspray masquerade party fucking capital of the year. I have a tale to tell. I was too blind to see the writing on the fucking wall. If I had the strength to run, I would never get very far. If I don't stay and fight, who stays in fucking fights? She said it. Fawn said the exact same thing about here. Bernard fucking left. You don't get it. This is literature. This vlog is purely a new form of, it's a new art form. My videos are a new form of fucking art form. I'm Jackson Pollock, the fucking dripping. I'm the soup cans. It's not the idea to paint the soup can, it's the painting of the soup can, but then you have to paint the fucking soup can. As an activist, that's because nothing else fucking matters. The metaphors, the literature, the fucking script, the fucking print that goes in it, the fucking little icons laying here, there, fucking everywhere. That is me, that is what this is. This is fucking art, this is my fucking brain. That's who I am, and we're starting to see, because nothing else matters. Fucking Johnny, get his gun. Metallica 1. San Francisco Philharmonic. Get it? Get it? Get it? Someday you'll fucking get it. Someday every line, dot, fucking piece. It has things. That mountain, these ducks. It all means something. Here, where I am, where I do my... It is fucking art. It is literature. It is me. Fukushima the Great. Popism fucking died. This story's never going away. This story is the greatest crimes against humanity in human history. That's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. 1916 in your head, Stand tuned.